Hey everyone, welcome back to my life on a GLP1. I'm your host, Scott Johnson. Today we are discussing some fascinating statistics about GLP1 usage. I went down this rabbit hole of data and decided that today's episode is called The 12%. With me, as always, is my trusted co-host, Sarah.
Hi everyone, glad to be here. Today we're diving into some pretty eye-opening numbers about GLP-1 medications that'll make you realize just how massive this phenomenon has become.
Massive is right. So get this, from 2017 to 2024, there's been a 40-fold increase in GLP-1 usage.
An increase of 40 times? That is incredible.
That means 1 in 8 Americans has now tried these medications. We're talking about over 40 million people. We are all in the 12% of Americans who have ever tried a GLP-1 medication.
That's incredible. And speaking from experience, I can tell you why some people don't stick with it. The side effects are, let's just say they're memorable.
Oh yeah, no doubt. So here's the breakdown. About 40% of people experience nausea, which honestly makes sense because that's how these drugs work, right? They slow down your stomach.
And then there's the digestive lottery. 21% get diarrhea, 20% get constipation.
Wait, did you just call it the digestive lottery? That's hilarious. I should be rich and retired by now based on my experiences.
Exactly. It's like your digestive system just throws up its hands and says, I don't know what to do anymore. And about 16% experience vomiting.
The really striking thing is that 73% of people using GLP-1s experience some kind of gastrointestinal side effect, compared to 47% on placebo.
Right, so it's not just in your head, these drugs genuinely mess with your digestive system. But here's something that surprised me. Only about 7% of people actually stop taking them because of side effects.
That tells you something about how effective people find them, right? Like, yeah, I might throw up occasionally, but I'm losing weight. Now, speaking of side effects, let's talk about managing them. A lot of people don't realize there are strategies that can really help minimize these issues.
Oh, absolutely. Like starting with smaller doses and gradually increasing, what doctors call titrating up. And eating smaller, more frequent meals can really help with the nausea.
Exactly. And timing matters too. Taking the injection at night can sometimes help people sleep through the worst of the initial side effects. Plus, staying hydrated is crucial.
Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room cost. These medications can run anywhere from $500 to $1,200 per month without insurance coverage.
That's staggering. And insurance coverage is all over the place. Some plans cover it for diabetes, but not for weight loss, even though it's the same medication.
Right, and this has created this weird healthcare disparity where your diagnosis literally determines your access. If you're diabetic, you might get it covered. If you just need to lose weight for your health, you're potentially looking at over $14,000 a year out of pocket.
And this demand has created supply shortages. Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly literally cannot keep up with demand. We've seen periodic shortages that last months.
Which brings up a crucial point. What happens when you stop? The research shows that most people regain about 2/3 of their lost weight within a year of discontinuation.
So we're potentially talking about a lifetime commitment. That's a big decision when you factor in the cost and the fact that we don't have decades of long-term safety data yet.
But the research pipeline is exciting. There are new formulations in development, oral versions, combination therapies, even longer acting injections that you might only need once a month.
And here's what's really fascinating. Researchers are finding these drugs might have benefits beyond weight loss and diabetes. There's promising research on cardiovascular protection, kidney disease, even addiction treatment.
Exactly. Now, there's one side effect that's particularly interesting: hair loss. Overall, it affects about 3% of users, but here's the kicker: it hits women way harder. 7.1% of women versus just 0.5% of men. So, ladies, you might want to stock up on some good leave-in shampoo and conditioner.
Or invest in a really good hat collection. But on a more serious note, the safety profile overall seems pretty good. Hospitalizations are less than 1% of reported cases.
That's reassuring, but here's what's not reassuring: the quality issues with compounded versions. We're seeing problems when people go off brand to save money.
Right. And that brings up the bigger picture here. What we're really witnessing is one of the largest real-world medical experiments in history.
That's both exciting and a little terrifying, isn't it?
Absolutely. We're learning in real time about long-term effects, optimal dosing, who responds best. It's fascinating, but also means we're all kind of pioneers.
Data is showing that discontinuation rates on Zepbound or Mounjaro increase with the dose. Approximately 25% of people stop taking the 15 milligram dose, compared to just 5.1% at the 5 milligram dose.
This suggests that for many people, there is a sweet spot where the benefits outweigh the discomfort, and crossing beyond that threshold becomes untenable.
I hope everyone finds their sweet spot on these medications. Remember, always consult with your healthcare provider about any medication decisions. In the meantime, I hope you found some of today's data interesting and encourage you to add more data to our podcast by giving us a 5-star rating and review wherever you stream. Tell us, Scott, do you have any final advice for our listeners today?
For anyone considering these medications, these numbers provide a reality check. They strip away both the utopian promises of effortless weight loss and the catastrophic warnings that every user will face dire consequences. The truth, as usual, lives in the middle, expressed in percentages and ratios that represent real humans having real experiences. Thanks for listening. I encourage you to visit my website at mylifeonglp1.com for the latest tips, tricks, and articles to guide you along your journey. On behalf of Sarah, I'm Scott Johnson. Give us a follow so you can stay tuned with more insights from the front lines of this medication revolution. Congratulations on being in the 12%, and always remember to love your journey.